Hello everybody, welcome to Dandelion Cottage and Paper Crafting Saturday. So I'm showing you a new page in the scrap busting journal, and this time we're going to be doing this beautiful kind of woven ladder design, but I'm going to be modifying this design to work with a greeting card. This DSP, which I love, is a retired DSP. This was called Garden Lane. Today, we're going to be using the Countryside Inn DSP, which has all these beautiful blues in it. So for that, I've selected the brand new Boho Blue and Night of Navy as my color palette, and I'm going to be using the Countryside Corners dies, and they look like that. Not going to be using the stamps today. For stamps, I've selected the Country Bouquet, and even though this is a great set for Valentine's, it's good all year round. And there were a number of sentiments on here that I really liked, and I was looking for 4 different sentiments, so this is going to be perfect. Now, if you do not have these dies, you can use the tailor-made tags instead. Now, this is a double set. With the tailor-made tags, you only get a set of the rectangular ones and a set of the ones with the rounded corners. I've got 2 in here because when I'm making a lot of tags, I like to be able to put them through the machine all together. So let me check my settings, make sure that you can see me and hear me all right. There we go. And I'm Leslie Watkins, and I'm going to show you how to make something beautiful today. And I see Kelly out there and Linda. Hello, Linda. You're in sunny northern Michigan. She's been traveling all over the place. So are you settling in now, Linda, for the summer? Is that where you're going to be? I'm hoping to take a camping trip at some point to the UP, so I may be knocking at your door someday. It looks so beautiful there. So I've already done a lot of the die cutting ahead of time, just to save time. And I've also used the bow punch. And you can see here, this is the Boho Blue cardstock, and you can see how beautiful it looks against the Night of Navy. So it's a very pretty combination. First thing I want to do today is I want to get started stamping. So I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. And Linda says we are home, and I'm sure she's happy, very happy to be there. Okay, so I have an assortment of shapes. So these are from the Countryside Corner die sets, and I've already gone ahead and I've mounted up several of my sentiments, so they're ready to go. And I'm going to need 2 of the larger size and 2 of the smaller size. I want to make sure I get these right side up. That looks good. Okay, and so I'm going to use Night of Navy for the words, and then I'm going to decorate them with the Boho Blue. So let's get this first largest one. I'll get on camera here so you can see. Oops, get out of there. Okay. I'm going to try to do this straight. And I'm going to bring the words over to the right-hand side. And I'm thinking this would be a really nice card to share with a best friend. And I've already got ink on the, so I've got some extras, fortunately, because I have a habit of getting ink on things. There we go. And then I've got this little one, and this one just says for you. And this is just a perfect example of why it's so good to have a lot of different sizes of the blocks, because you can get a lot more control over your stamping when you're using the appropriate size block. So I've got a whole bunch of different ones out right now. Just want to make sure this is well inked. Okay, so there are my sentiments, and I'm going to get out the lighter blue, and I see Ginger. Hi, Ginger. Linda says, oh my God, you will love it. August is the best time to visit up here. Hey, how are the mosquitoes? Do you have a lot of mosquitoes there? It looks like it would be a place that would have a lot of mosquitoes to me. Okay, now I've got I'm working on an inky mess here, so give me just a minute to get my fingers spritzed and cleaned up, because I get my fingers inky every single time. So I'm just giving them a little spritz with water. All these inks are water-based inks, so they come right off. Now I'm going to check this, because I know this is a brand new inky pad and it might be too dark, so I just want to see. Well, that's not too dark. All right, we can go with that. There we go. This is such a pretty color. This is called boho blue, and I think it's already the most popular new color, and I can see why. My teammate Candy did a beautiful video using it as you would a Wedgwood design, which I thought was a lot of fun. So that might be something that I do in the future. Now I'm just switching blocks here, and I've got the stamps also come with all these beautiful little decorations and shapes, which I like very much. So I've got this kind of long one here, and I'm just going to, let's see which way. I guess I want it pointing this way. There we go, and then one more. There we go. All right, that is the inking, the stamping done, so I'm going to get that out of the way. Move all these blocks. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and give my fingers a quick spritz, and just using a paper towel to wipe away any ink that I may have. Okay, let's start assembling. Now, the way this card works is you've got all these little pockets, and inside each of the pocket is a tag. And I find that the countryside corner, is that the name of it? Yep, countryside corner shapes are perfect for tag shapes. So that's what I used with the die cutting machine to get these tags ready. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue and get these lined up. Okay, so there's one. Looking very cute. It is a beautiful spring day today. It really is. And the tall man is up in the woods planting some botanical treasures. I'm not sure what he's up to, but he's a man on a mission. And of course, this is a very, very busy time for gardeners. And an exciting time. He's been taking care of all the seedlings under the grow lights, and a lot of them are ready to go out now. And so that's what he's busy doing. Plus, he's got a woodland project, and I don't know what he's doing yet, but I know it's going to be very exciting. Also, the chickens are all excited because it's May, which means that they're all sitting on their clutch. And Oregano, who's a very sweet chicken, lovely personality, very gentle, very friendly, was sitting on her clutch of eggs. And then the queen of the coop, Mama Zita, who has a hilarious thing that she does every year. She waits for somebody to do all the hard work of getting ready, getting everything all situated, and then she boots them off the clutch and she takes over. So today I saw Mama Zita had gotten herself inside the nesting box, and every time I came close to the box, she let me know that she wasn't budging. So I may have to divide up those eggs between Oregano and Mama Zita, because Mama Zita, she knows what she's doing. She's got a lot of experience at this, so I know she'll do a great job. But I want Oregano to be the mommy, because she's so sweet, and she will pass that characteristic on to the babies, whereas Mama Zita is kind of fierce. And I like having friendly chickens because they're my pets. They're my little buddies. All right, so there are the tags, looking very pretty. So I'm going to zoom you out a little bit now. So move these out of the way and show you how this works. So here's my arrangement. I've got a standard size card base of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this is the Night of Navy. I'm going to go ahead and give that a nice crisp crease. And then I've got several pieces of the beautiful, let me get that name right now. This is the Countryside Inn DSP, and it's really very pretty. So I'm going to zoom you in real quick just so you can get a look at that. So it's got little birds in the design, it's got a bunny, it's got these trees with flowers, and it's got a fox pattern. So very, very cute, all color coordinated, and goes beautifully with all of the inks, paper, and ribbons. So what you want to do is I'm going to get my card base ready. I'm trying to keep these all in order because I like the way they are arranged. I'm going to take my first piece, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some glue to the outer edge. And actually a little bit on the top too. And I'm going to get that situated. Now before I stick that down all the way, I'm just going to put my bone folder there for a minute. I'm going to take the piece that's going to go underneath there and slip that under. And I have a very thin little border. I just want to make sure everything gets lined up. This needs to go over a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's a little crooked. There we go. Okay. Now, this piece, oops, you only want to do half of the piece at a time. So let me just make sure I've got this the way I want it. Yeah, so that goes underneath. So I'm just going to put my partial glue there. And I'm butting it right up to the piece that it's parallel to. And then finally this piece is going to go down in this corner, and I'm going to trim off a little bit just so I have a nice neat edge here. Check that out. That looks good. Get that lined up. All right, so there is my pattern. Now I can just put a couple of drops to secure these flaps. And I'm only adding glue around the edges because I don't want to impede the inside, because those are going to form pockets. Now at this point, if you wanted to, you could do a little stitching around the edge, and that's what I did in the scrap busting journal. I'm not going to do that on camera, but after the video is over, I think I will go around the edges and add that little bit of detail. On the inside of the card, I want to add this white panel for a place to put my message. Before I do that though, I think what I'd like to do is just to add a little bit of stamping to dress it up. So I'm getting that boho blue again and the little flowers. I'm just going to put those in the corner like so, and then I'm going to take the leaf design and just add a little extra. Okay, now a little bit of glue. I'll spritz my fingers again. When I was using the inks to paint with, I put extra ink inside the case, and it hasn't had a chance to set up yet, so it's a little bit drippy, and I just want to be careful I don't get glue all over my card. Here we go, so that's the inside. And then on my tags, what I wanted to do was to put a little decoration on the back. So for that, I've got these shapes that I used the bow punch, and the tags are going to fit in here, something like that. So I want these shapes to be on the back of the tags where they're going to show. And the shapes and the little flowers that are on this punch look really pretty with the design on the paper. Now I'm just looking for my little tweezers. Just want that kind of sweeping up across like so. All right. And then another one. Oops, I'm off camera, sorry. And then this one, I'm going to have coming down something like that. So what the effect that you get, let me just wipe away some of this excess glue. So the effect that you get is that these little tags with the secret messages on them fit in just like so. And then this one is going to come down there. So here I'm going to use these beautiful little buds. You could use one of those. Let's do that. It just fits. Okay, so make sure I've got that going the way I want it to go. And then finally, this one, Okay, so there's what it looks like so far. And I was going to add these little buds, but what I'm thinking as I look at the card now, that they would be really pretty if I punched them out of white instead. So let's just take a look at that and see how that looks. Oh, this one didn't get glued down. Let's get that edge real quick. Ooh, I've got a peacock feather stuck to my glue. How did that happen? Not too much, just a very thin line. Now I think it helps if you tuck your tags in so you can just see the placement, and then you can decide, yeah, I do like the white, so I'm going to go ahead and add those. I'm just going to blot off the extra glue and just kind of tuck that in. Get that under. And this one. Pull that out a little bit. These little flowers look like lily of the valley flowers. They're very, very pretty. Of course, those are not lily of the valley leaves, but they look nice together. And then my last one down there. And there is my little patchwork friendship card. So I think that's really cute, and I just love the way these colors look together with that beautiful DSP. So you've got a place inside for your message, and then of course your reciprocant can pull out each of these little tags with their message. And the last one So that is my card for you today. I hope that gave you some ideas. I can't wait to see what you do with it. Now with all the different DSPs, both new and retired, I know that you're going to come up with some absolutely fabulous ideas, and I want to see them all. So please share them on the Something Old, Something New Facebook page if you're using older retired product. And if you're following along with what I'm doing with the newer stuff, then post your images on the Dandelion Paper Pals so we can get some great design ideas and inspire one another. So let me see if there's any questions over here. Abby says, I keep a spritzer water bottle. Absolutely. Absolutely. For both ink and gluey fingers. And Kelly says she loves the card. Thank you, Kelly. I'm glad you like it. And, oh, Linda's telling me, yeah, there are mosquitoes. Okay, well, I will be prepared. I'm familiar with the issue. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a lot of fun making beautiful things and that you share them with your friends. And I will be back on Monday for Marvelous Monday. Until then, stay well, stay happy, stay creative, and I'll see you next time.